Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man as voted by Wayne, John Wayne, Bruce Wayne, John Wayne, Wayne Newton, Wayne's World, and he lives in the same world as us, so basically everyone in the world. Oh, hell yeah. Shout out to... Oh, let me scroll up for a minute. Heavens, yeah. Oh, Grizzly, Late Bloomer, Toad, Love My Toe, Toad, Day-Day, Paul Miranda. It's just the same names over and over again. Bruce Wayne, Day-Day, Toad, Late Bloomer, Oh, Grizzly, D-Tricks. Another podcast starting again here on Friday. We do this podcast every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. What time is it now? 3:56. So that means we're 26 minutes late. We do this on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle, but you may be listening on YouTube or Podbean or Spotify or iTunes. You guys can always listen on those. Usually I wait till the end of the podcast to remind you guys to either send me money or tell a friend about the podcast. If you don't have any money, that's fine. Tell a friend about the podcast. It's the only way we can grow. I got a Podbean for you. Hello, children. Hello, children. So last night we were watching this video from 1989. Perhaps the first vlogger to ever exist has a giant like VHS camera with a fisheye lens on it. The same way that people do with their smartphones, filming himself just live his everyday life. He went to McDonald's, ordered a feast from McDonald's, and I think the total was $8. What has been going on this week? Pretty, I guess, eventful week, especially right now. I'm making chicken stock in my kitchen. If you can imagine the excitement I feel right now. My house smells great. It's not like the most authentic chicken stock. It's kind of like if a homeless man were to make chicken stock, and I'll explain how I do this. I go to Walmart. I spend $6.50 on a rotisserie chicken to drown out my sadness in chicken grease. I also love that after you, like, there's no correct way to eat the rotisserie chicken either other than grabbing it with one hand and squeezing it as hard as you can and getting a big brick, like a chunk of chicken breast off of it. So I've been eating chunks of chicken breast for the past 2 days. And I don't know if this is like FDA approved, but I took the bones of the chicken carcass, the backbones, and all the main bones that stay together, not like the wings or the drumsticks, but all the main bones. Throw those in a pot with some water and some spices, a little bit of bouillon, my couillon, and in like 2 hours after this podcast is done, after this stream is done, I'll have chicken stock, and I can either just drink it to warm up, but what I do is I pour it into an ice tray, and then I freeze it. So then when I make my little tiny cups of noodles, I can throw in a little bit of extra chicken flavor in form of an ice cube. And a lot of people misunderstand me when I say that. They think I'm putting the ice cube in there to cool the soup down. No, I just fill up a little tiny like pot of water and I throw a couple cubes in there. So it's like half chicken stock, half water. And then that becomes the liquid for the cup of noodles. Anyways, we've talked too much. What else has been going on? Well, let's talk skateboarding for a minute. My T-Funk video failed, which might be a good thing. I made a video on T-Funk last week that I thought was hilarious. I thought everyone would laugh. I thought the dialogue was great. It took me 2 days to get the video done because the first time I messed up the phone number at the end. The second time I forgot to wear the wig. And the third time actually came out perfect. It's a video where me and myself dress up as a lawyer, and then I masked the scene. So there's two of me on the screen at once, and we're talking to each other. One of them is T-Funk, the professional skateboarder, and the other one is Steve, me, a lawyer, a law office attorney. And then I put a phone number you can call and leave a voicemail about the last time you were hurt skateboarding. The only thing I wish I would have put there, I wish I would have said, if you've been hurt skateboarding, and I wish I would have said these words, mentally or physically, then you can call in and we can get you the maximum settlement you deserve. The joke is that this pro skater T-Funk once fell off his skateboard and told someone that he was going to sue them because he fell down. I think he said, "You're lucky I don't punch you. I could sue you." Something weird like that. Something a skateboarder would never say unless you're like a straight up like pussy skate park kid. But the joke didn't land. It did not get many views. It did not get many comments. But that's the secret. I've been giving away the secret to shut me up since the beginning of time. Since the scooter riders period. Think like since the Cretaceous side. Where what are those like times in history? The crustacean period. Whatever the fuck it is. I watched Mario Brothers movie once. So anyways, back in the scooter times, I would make these videos saying scooters are lame, scootering is easy, and all the 8-year-old scooter riders would see these videos and go, no, scootering's hard, it's hard, you're stupid, you're lame, it's hard, and they would leave thousands and thousands of comments. And I started to get the same thing with the T-Funk fans because they're all feminine and their feelings are easily hurt. They're really gullible, easy to manipulate, but I think they're finally catching on. I think they're catching on because I've given you guys the secret. If you want me to shut up, all you have to do is ignore me. Basically, I mean, it kind of goes the same for almost any trolling on the internet. Like, for a channel called Steve Hates Skating, I'm pretty much only looking for, hurting people's feelings. I just need a reaction. I need to make you react. And when the video gets no views and very few comments, I say to myself, I actually say out loud to myself, well, no one, these videos aren't working anymore. I guess I'll move on. And I've been saying that about the T-Funk videos for a long time, but they've not been able to move on until now. So maybe one small step for T-Funk fans and one big step backwards for me. But that's okay because I woke up today early in the morning. 7 a.m. I got up. I couldn't sleep. I went to sleep at 3:30, got up at 7 a.m. No sleep at all. Wake up. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to fall back asleep. So I go on here. I watch a Thrasher video of this guy that only does tiny little ollies on a skateboard. Just a bunch of little ollies. And they're kind of hard because he does a really hard trick and then a baby ollie and then a hard trick. Or he does a baby ollie, a hard trick, and then a baby ollie. So I watched that. And I thought to myself, oh, I could like manipulate this easily. So I cut out all the hard tricks, re-edited the video to only be easy tricks, and then I released it like with no context. So maybe that will be funnier than the T-Funk jokes. It's nice for me to when I have like a failure of a video, it's nice to try and get creative as fast as I can after that, so that I don't dwell on my failure for too long. Anyways, you guys can check out either of those videos at stevehatesskating.com, or you can go to youtube.com/@stevehatesskating, or just type in Steve Hates Skating on YouTube. You'll find it. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm trying to put out a lot of videos on there. It's growing. My dick. No, the channel is growing, and Ninja Lifestyle is dying. I told you guys last week, maybe like 2 months ago, I had 2 Ninja reviews that each got 50,000 views each. And then the next week, Ninja Review was right back to 1,000 views. So YouTube is severely broken. Let's talk about mainstream news, national news. UNLV is the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. I graduated from UNLV with a Bachelor of Science. A lot of you guys don't know that I'm actually smart. This is all one big act. When I come onto this podcast and I act really dumb, and when you see me all drunk on the regular Twitch stream, or when I'm yelling about T-Funk, like that's me turning on my dumb. Turns out I actually was smart enough to graduate college. Anyways, I bring that up because all over local news, a few days ago, there was a, quote, mass shooting. A mass shooting at the school. No one knows how many children were injured. Nobody knows the motive. And it's a big mystery. Of course, the initial reports that come out are like, oh, another one of those fucking Donald Trump fans out there shooting up schools, man. Why is it always a Donald Trump the gun guys that hate these fucking schools and hate kids and go out there and try and kill kids. Why is it the fucking all the medication all the kids are on? Well, that story disappeared from mainstream media after a fucking day because it turns out it was a faculty member that shot 3 other faculty members. It turns out it wasn't a Trumper. It was just a disgruntled employee. One of the funnier comments I read, which there's nothing funny about this. It's a humorous podcast, right? So we're going to try and make light of it. Nothing funny about this. But one of the funnier things I read, somebody wrote down that we're going to have to come up with a new phrase for going postal. Because that's what used to be like the slang for a disgruntled employee shooting up their workplace. Now it's a college campus. Anyways, turns out the guy's like not a Trumper, no one cares. And Joe Biden, our Lord and Savior, his comment was very heartfelt comment. He said we need to ban AR-15s. That's what he got out of the situation. Little did he know there was no AR-15 used in this shooting. Not at all. No AR-15 was used. But we need to ban AR-15s because some guy in a gun-free zone took a gun and I don't know. I guess the UNLV is a gun-free zone. So I guess maybe the force field was broken. Maybe this guy hacked into the Matrix, or maybe he went underground into the mainframe and put a virus into the computer system that spread via ones and zeros, Trojan horse, honeypot, using advanced HTML. And he was able to take down the magical force field of gun-free zone. And somehow he was able to just walk on this gun-free zone with a gun. Which makes me wonder, like, why didn't that little law work? Like, I thought it was all about making new laws. I mean, first thing we should do is we should make guns illegal. Because then, not only would the gun be illegal, him having the gun on the campus would be double illegal. And 2 is better than 1. You want to be double illegal. And the third thing you should do is you should make it harder for him to get the gun. That way, he'll have a hard time getting the gun, and then when he gets the gun, he'll have the gun, and then he'll take that gun where it's not allowed to go, but he'll still be able to, I guess, they should make 5 different laws, not 10. Make 10 laws, and I think the rule for guns is, as soon as it reaches 10 laws, it suddenly can't be done anymore. I'm pretty sure that's how you do it. Or we could just ban all guns. And then, the statistic I heard yesterday was there was 400 million guns. So all we have to do is ban guns, and it'll probably disappear the same way cocaine did, and Molly, and mushrooms. I haven't seen cocaine, Molly, mushrooms, or public drug deals. I haven't seen any of those since that law passed, and that worked really great. So obviously I'm being sarcastic. You guys know I'm really outspoken about the gun stuff. That was one big sarcastic bit, and I know a handful of people that watch my my YouTube and my podcast and shit maybe don't agree with me, but I don't know, man. We use the word agenda all the time. Our fucking president doesn't even know what happened. He's over here. Listen, it's not him. Whoever's writing his speeches is like, yeah, avoid that handgun part and just make this about AR-15s. And he just went, all right, cool, dude. Hey, come on, man. And he sniffed him and said, all right, let's do this press conference. I'm ready to talk about guns. Anyways, disappointing. It's also for me, like, I don't know, there's a lot of people that just want to capitalize on this tragedy too. And I'm seeing a lot of like businesses trying to get their name out there, via this tragedy. And I guess it's hard to tell the difference between someone who wants to help and someone who doesn't. We talked about this during the pre-show today. Someone got on the news because they were helping the victims of the shooting, which, by the way, there's 3 victims or faculty members are dead, one's in the hospital. They were helping the victims of the shooting by letting students pet their dog. What? That's your what a hero. Not all heroes wear capes. What have I been doing my whole fucking life? Every time I take my dog in public, he gets pet. And where was my mass shooting? How come I can't benefit the victims of shootings by letting a human touch their hand onto an animal? Oh my God, just a lot of people just making this about them. Whatever. What else do we got here? I was at the bar last week on Friday. I went over there. Obviously, we have to have a mandatory bar story. You guys, if you only listen to the podcast and you didn't get any other, like zero other reference of what I do, of my day-to-day life, you guys would think that I spend every waking moment of my life in the bar. I don't do that. I actually spend every waking moment of my life fucking streaming on Twitch. We stream at least 25 hours a fucking week on Twitch. By the way, you guys can check that out on Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and Fridays. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, I was at the bar, and this lady comes in. She orders a drink. She starts gambling. She's playing, like 25-cent blackjack. So basically, she's just there to waste time, which is fine. A lot of people go into the bars to wait for their bus. It's cold outside. If you go into a bar, you order one drink. You can sit at the bar. It's nice and warm in there. And if you got, $5, you can gamble. And if you're only playing 25 cents a spin, $5 can last you up to, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So she's in there playing, minding her own business. And then she starts talking to herself. And she's talking to herself, like threatening people that aren't there. And she's like, well, you don't know what I'm going to do, man. I'll fuck them up. You think who you talking to? Who you fucking think you're talking to? You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. Well, no one, I didn't know who she was talking to because there was no one there. There was no one sitting there. No one was around talking to herself. And this is kind of common, I think, with sometimes really drunk people. Might also be a drug thing. There used to be a guy at this bar, Adrenaline, who would always talk to himself, and he would talk to himself about cars. He would sit there and mumble to himself about cars, talking to a person that wasn't there, and just be like, oh, no, Porsche 911, whatever. No, that's nowhere near as fast as Ferrari. Like, okay, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. That car is not shit compared to a Mustang, okay? Who are you even talking about? The car that I have, the one I drive one out there, the Lexus, that could even beat that car. The guy would talk to himself all night long, and he would sit by himself. Anyways, this lady was talking to herself, and I'm like, oh, this is weird. She's making fake threats to someone. Maybe she's had a long day. Maybe she has some bipolar schizophrenia. Maybe she's having some manic episode. Maybe she's drunk. Maybe she's on meth. I don't know. Could be anything, but I'm going to mind my own fucking business because she wasn't looking at me. She wasn't pointing at me. I was 3 seats over. She maybe didn't even know that I could hear her because she was speaking out loud. And then eventually, as she's talking to herself, she starts going, brr, 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 caw, brr, caw, brr, brr. So at that point, I decided, you know what? I'm going to get away from this lady and I'm going to go play pool. So I went down to the pool table and I played pool by myself. Because once that bitch starts fucking acting like a bird, you don't know, like, that's when things are really out of hand. That's when you've hit, like, DEFCON 5 and it's time to get out of that situation. I don't want to be the first one to get stabbed when she looks over at me and she sees a giant fucking purple rhinoceros monster trying to shoot her with an atomic bomb. You don't know what's going through her head. So I certainly don't want to get fucking stabbed. So I went down there and played pool, and the moral of the story is, if you're at a bar and someone's talking to themselves, you need to know when to get out of there. Okay? Like, here's the thing I've noticed about these fight videos. I get nothing but fight videos on Twitter. You always know two guys are gonna fight when one person, or both, when one person starts repeating the same phrase over and over again hundreds of times. All right, bitch, bitch, what you want to do, bitch? What you gonna do, bitch? What you want to do, bitch? Do it, bitch, do it, bitch, do it. Do it, bitch, do it, bitch. That's what I thought, bitch. That's what I thought, bitch. That's what I thought. 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 Boom, and then the fight starts. If you guys haven't seen that style of fight video, you should pay attention to the language. It's a very complicated recipe to understand when two guys are about to fight. But once they repeat the same word, give or take between 30 and 40 times, probably that's when the punch is going to fly. So the same thing goes for when there's only one person involved. Because here's the thing. That lady may have thought there was two people. In her mind, there were two people. One was a bird. One was a person, and I don't know who was gonna win, but I was not about to catch I was not about to catch a stray bullet or a stray stabbing off of whatever problem she had with that bird. So you guys got to know, when you got to get out of these situations. And I feel like you're not invincible. No one's invincible anymore, right? I like, just because it's like an older woman talking to herself, anybody can get hurt in these situations. I got the fuck out of there. It started off as a joke. This topic started off as a joke, but I want you guys to really like, don't play with these people out there. Whether it's like a homeless man, I keep my eye on these homeless people when they start talking shit. Like, I've told the bling bling story before. I gave him some change, and he goes, "Oh, you just gave me some change." I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "So where that change came from, there's probably more." And I'm like, "All right, motherfucker. All right, like I think we've talked enough. I think we've had enough conversation." Anyways, or where someone's like, "Yeah, dude, let me get $1 for a cheeseburger." I'm like, I'm going inside. I'll just buy you a cheeseburger. Like, no. I prefer cash. I don't need the cheeseburger. Like, bro, why did you say you wanted the cheeseburger? Listen, give me $1 or I'm gonna fucking stab you. And then a lot of people would go, "You're not gonna stab me, you fucking weird homeless bitch." Well, guess what? The weird homeless bitch might stab you. He might have a friend on the other side of you. He may have surrounded you. He may think that you are a Viet Cong. He might be having a traumatic flashback right now. So yeah, you gotta not respect everyone in terms of like, "Oh, I respect you as a person." You gotta respect them as, "Oh, you can be dangerous. You are a wild animal. You are a wild animal, and you are not behind bars right now. So I'll just leave you be. I'll keep my eye on you, and I'll leave you alone." Same thing at the bar, same thing with the homeless people, same thing with anybody. So just a little bit of food for thought. You guys got to keep your physically strong and mentally strong too. Oh my God. Speaking of being mentally strong, can I tell you guys how amazing I am, how strong I am in the face of adversity, and how strong a good friend of mine named Beetlejuice was. So the other day, I bought this head of lettuce. I told you guys last week about my salad spinner. I bought a salad spinner off Amazon for $17. Greatest invention I've ever seen. I can wash my salad, then I can dry it in a matter of seconds. It only cost me $17. So I got this head of lettuce last week on let's say Sunday. Okay, or whatever it was. Okay, let's say Thursday. I don't remember the days. Okay, let's just say I had this head of lettuce in my fridge for 4 days. It's in plastic. It's a perfect ball of lettuce for 4 days. And I say to myself, "God damn it, dude. I got this lettuce. I haven't been eating any salad. I gotta hurry up and eat this salad before the lettuce goes bad." So I pull it out. I set it down. I start getting my salad spinner assembled because you have to take it apart to wash it. I go back to my head of lettuce and I see a fucking beetle. A beetle crawls out of the lettuce. His name was Beetlejuice. He was about 3 feet tall, African-American, and he had been in that lettuce for 4 days. And it was in the refrigerator. The lettuce was in the refrigerator for 4 days. I don't know if you guys have seen Outdoor Boys, the weird Mormon guy that just lives in sub-temperature. He lives in 50 below zero, and he lives on only like a pack of crackers and some blueberries, and he builds a shelter. That's what this beetle did in the lettuce. Inside my fridge is very cold. It's colder than the inside of my house, and my house is cold. 67 degrees in this house. The fridge has got to be even colder. I know this because every time I get water or food from my fridge, it comes out and I go, "Oh, it's cold in there." This motherfucking beetle lived in a frigid environment for 4 days. And then I set the lettuce on the table. He crawls out, and he was strong and limber. He didn't have any oxygen in the little bag. He didn't have any warmth. He didn't have any food. Well, he probably ate some of the lettuce. Anyways, he came out from that insane experience, and he frightened me. So I grabbed a napkin. I crushed his whole fucking body into a million little slime. I crushed him into a splatter. Crushed him and threw him away and forgot about him. It just goes to show you that sometimes, as hard as you work, you never give up. Sometimes it still never works out. That's the moral of the story. Sometimes you work and you work and you work and you do everything you can to survive, You hold on and you keep being positive, and you always see that silver lining. You always see that light at the end of the tunnel, and then you finally get out and you think you have the world ahead of you, and then you meet me. And I crushed your spine, your exoskeleton. I exploded you. I made it quick. Fast, right? I dispatched you in a way, what do they say? Humanely? I humanely dispatched you because first off, I bought that fucking lettuce. You can call me Christopher motherfucking Columbus. I bought the fucking lettuce. You're on my fucking land. I paid good money at Walmart for this organic fucking lettuce. I paid an extra $1.50 for the organic one. And so, I don't know. Somebody was, we had a stowaway. And the next question is, did you eat the lettuce? Yes. I don't care who was on the lettuce. I bought and paid for this lettuce. I took out the outer shells, and then I ate all the inside. Made a nice Caesar salad with some fava beans. I took the carcass, I seared it up with some shrimp, and I ate the beetle. No, I'm kidding. I didn't actually eat the beetle, but anyways, I found a beetle in my lettuce. I'm trying to be a storyteller. Of course, like, obviously I could come on this podcast and be like, I found a beetle in my lettuce and I killed it. Anyways, how about airline food? What's going on with this airline food? I'm trying to make the stories entertaining for you guys. Carne asada fries. I put something on Twitter the other day. I said, am I a cuck? Am I a cuck if I let you fuck my bitch in exchange for carne asada fries? A cuck, I believe the definition is if you just sit there and watch somebody like bang your wife or something. You like it. You like seeing someone else bang your chick. Well, the difference between me, the carne asada fries, and the cuck is that I get something tangible out of it. And someone left me a comment that said, no, you're not a cuck, you're a pimp. I'm basically pimping out my chick so that I can get something that I want. There's no cuck. You're a pimp. You're an entrepreneur. Listen, you fuck her, cool. I fuck the carne asada fries, all right? I get what I want, you get what you want. She comes home with me. I keep the fries. Who's the real winner here? All you did was fuck something, now you're out of here. I get to go home with both. Carne asada fries and this washed up prostitute. So I think I'm the real winner. I don't know who on my Twitter poll voted that I was a cuck, but whoever did that, I assure you they've never had carne asada fries, or at least they haven't had them at the quality that I'm used to. They put down the fries. Then they put down the carne asada, and then they put down a ton of like shredded cheddar cheese. Boom, on top. Then they hit it with the guac. Big guac. Then they hit it with the sour cream or crema. Cream on the side, boom. And then you get on your own. Sometimes they'll put cilantro on top. Then on your own, you get the red salsa, and then you get the pickled jalapenos, not the chopped pickled jalapenos. The long ass, fully intact pickled jalapenos. You get a few of those. Boom, boom, boom. Throw those on top. And then does the woman get to eat any of the fries? She does, but not at the same table as me. She does get to eat the fries, but she can do that somewhere over there, somewhere in the corner, or on her beanbag chair that she's allowed, that no one else wants to sit on that stinking beanbag chair. She can go over there and eat a little, like 2 tablespoons of food on the beanbag chair. I sit at the king's table and I get to eat the carne asada fries because I facilitated the deal. Okay, none of these chicks out there can negotiate their own carne asada for sex deals. Okay, that's my job. I'm the agent. I'm the guy that gets things done around here. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? That's just my bottom bitch. Oh man. So I used to work security. I thought about this the other day. I used to work security at a really nice HOA, gated community. And basically my job was, I look like a security officer, but really my job was just to open and close a gate and listen to rich people complain. All these houses were multi-million dollar houses. The HOA was fucked. If you wanted to have a pool party in your own backyard, you had to get it cleared. You had to get parking. get like permission to have enough parking spaces. Anyways, it was just a lot of really douchey rich people. They kind of lived on like a golf course. Everyone spoke down to me, especially the women, the really old ladies. They would talk down to me like I was a fucking homeless peasant. And I didn't mind the job because it was easy. All I did was open and close a gate, but I hated the fucking bitches that would talk down on me. Anyways, one day, one of the residents came, and usually they go around. They don't have to talk to me. They can go around. They have their own clicker. They can open the gate themselves. If their clicker's broken, I open the gate for them. And I was required to wave. And I remember one of them came up to me and he's like, so every time I pull in here, you wave. And I'm like, yeah, I'm required to. It's TSI rules. I have to wave. He goes, I don't want you to wave at me anymore. And I'm like, well, I don't always know who's in the car. Your windows are tinted and everyone here drives an Escalade. I don't know. He goes, I don't want you waving at me anymore. And I'm like, I don't have x-ray vision. So get the fuck out of here. There's nothing I can fucking do about that. Also, your dumb rule is not going to get me fired. I have to wave at you, fucker. You think I like waving? Every time no one ever waves back. You think I like this? Fuck you. Anyways, on a separate occasion, this guy came up to me. He's like, so I was driving on the freeway and I saw there was these 3 letters on the freeway. It said HOV. And what do you think that stands for? I was like, I think it stands for high occupancy vehicle. HOV, huh? Well, my last name is Hovaton. I was wondering if maybe they named it after me and they just wanted to put my name in the middle of the road. So then I pulled out my gun and I fucking executed him. I'm joking. I looked at this guy point blank. I'm like, yeah. I'm sure they named the freeway after you. You know what, dude? What was I thinking? High occupancy vehicle. No. They actually named the freeway after the first 3 letters of your last name. Oh my, I actually have that right here on my daily memos. It said, we have renamed the freeway after one resident of your gated community. That must be you. That must be you. Oh, it says it right here. I didn't know that. Wow. Man. Thank you. Can I please kiss your hand? They named the fucking whole street after you. After you, my good man. Open the gate slowly. It's all squeaking. Somebody should really grease that gate while they're at it. I brought up that joke today because I typed in car trivia. And the first question was, what does HOV stand for? And that reminded me of that situation many, many years ago. Speaking of trivia, who's ready for trivia? All you have to do is answer this question correctly to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. Sometimes we open these trivias for international. Today, it will only be for Americans or Puerto Rico or where else can you ship for free? What, for Americans only. Here is the question. First manufactured in 1982, back in 1982. What was the first American-produced Japanese car? The vehicle rolled off the assembly line at the Marysville Auto Plant in Ohio and became the best-selling Japanese car in the United States for 15 straight years. I'm going to need the make and model. Also, I'll give you guys a little bonus point. This was my first car. I had I think I had a 04 Accord. No way. I think I had a 99 Accord. I think I had a 99 Accord. The first, iBookBoy says Honda. Cool Ranch said Acura. Bruce Wayne says Honda Accord. Baby, Bruce Wayne is the winner. Send me your address after the podcast, and I will get these stickers sent directly to you. Honda Civic was a good guess. Corolla Toyota was a close one. Anyways, did I just give the answer? I mean, I gave the answer after I had already saw that Bruce Wayne had won. So yes, I did already give the answer. Bruce Wayne is the winner. Can I tell you guys about a dream I had, and you guys can maybe tell me, what do you think the dream means? So in the dream, I'm skateboarding. I very much don't have skateboarding dreams very much because, as you know, I hate skateboarding. Steve hates skateboarding. Steve hates skating.com. Anyways, I'm going for this trick on a pretty popular rail. It's like 6 or 7 stairs. It's a really, really fat rail. I can't think of anything popular that was done down it, but let's just say it's a really popular rail. I think Jeff Rowley did board slide and then he 5-0'd out, like tapped out the end of it. Really popular rail. Anyways, I'm skating this rail. I'm going for 180 nose grind. And I go for the 180 nose grind and I almost land it. I slide it. I go for another one. I stick the landing. I'm so close to this 180 nose grind. And then I'm rolling up, and then the Twitch chat appears. If you guys aren't familiar, when you're on Twitch, the chatters, they can't do it right now because I have it all turned off for the podcast. But usually they can make noises. They can make things go on the screen. They can make these loud, awful noises that distract you. They can do text to speech and try to gross you out. And all stream long, everyone in my stream is either trying to like distract me or fuck with me or make noises or interrupt me, or make farting sounds. There's even one where it's just an air horn that goes off. So anyways, I'm trying to skate this rail, and then suddenly I realize I'm on a Twitch stream, and every time I roll up to this fucking rail, the Twitch chat plays all these noises, and it feels like they're trying to make me get hurt. That's what it feels like. It feels like the chat room no longer wants to see me skate. They want to see me suffer. They want to see me get hurt. And I'm wondering what you guys think that dream means. If you're wondering how the dream ended, I got really fucking mad. I went on a rant. I said, Twitch, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? I'm so close to landing this trick. All I want to do is do something productive and land this cool trick. And all you guys want to do is fuck me up. All you guys are trying to do is make me get hurt. You guys want me to break my leg? You guys want me to break my fucking arm? And as I'm bitching at the Twitch chat, all I can hear is no one cares. No one cares. So eventually I turned off alerts and I said, fuck it. I'll do it anyways. I'll do it without the Twitch chat. No alerts. I'm going to fucking land this 180 nose grind. And then I rolled up, and then I was overwhelmed with fear because now I'm out of the zone. I'm no longer in the zone. If you guys have ever skated handrails, you have to be in the zone, because if you have a little bit of fear, if you have too much fear, you're not going to be able to pull it together. Like your motor skills don't work very well if you're really, really scared. That's why these big handrails get really scary, and that's why you see people, sometimes they jump onto a handrail and they completely starfish, and it looks like they didn't even remotely come close, and they sack themselves and smash their head on the ground. It's because they lost their motor skills from like a super overwhelming fear. And I've seen that happen. It's never really happened to me, but I've seen it happen. So anyways, I wasn't able to do the trick. I was too scared, and I knew that if I tried to jump on this trick now that I'm out of the zone, I'm probably going to fuck up and get hurt. So then I looked at the Twitch chat and I said, I hope you guys are fucking happy. You guys win. Now I can't land this trick. I lose. My question for you guys is, what do we think that dream means? The trick was 180 nose grind. Frontside 180 into a nose grind. So frontside 180 into a switch 5-0. Get Booped says, we did it, boys. We're giving him nightmares. Grizzly says, take a break from Twitch. Maybe that certain aspects of your life is holding me back. Maybe it's Twitch. Maybe Twitch is holding me back, dude. You know what it really means? It means I've been spending way too much time listening to you guys fart on me and listening to you guys blow the air horn at me. But then again, I fart on you guys. I fart on you guys just as much. I probably fart on the Twitch chat, I would say maybe 8 times per week. So that's one for every day of the week plus a bonus one just for being you. So I guess we're even. Anyways, if you are listening to this podcast, let me know in a YouTube comment, what do you think the dream means? Anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Although I did watch a new show. I think it's on Netflix. It might be on Prime. I'm not sure. I think it's on Netflix, called Young Sheldon. I smoked a bunch of weed and drank a bunch of alcohol the other day, and I started this weird sitcom called Young Sheldon. I'm like 10 episodes in, and I absolutely love it. It's about this little genius. He's like, whatever, like 5 years old or something, 6 years old, but he's in like college, and he's super smart, and he's a dick to everybody. So everyone tries to bully him, but he always kind of gets the best of everyone. And I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of like, it's like daytime TV, right? It's like 2.5 Men style. You know, like, there's no laugh track, but there might as well be. It's really corny, but I absolutely love it. The little fucking kid is a beast at acting. He is a super good actor, really impressive. So if you guys want something new to check out, I would say definitely check out Young Sheldon. It says it's 3 seasons. So if every episode is as good as the first episode, how about this? Watch the first episode. If you don't like it, throw it away. I've told you guys that story. I was on, I think I was in Venice one day, and this guy gave me a CD. He's like, check out my CD. I'm like, I don't got no money, man. He's like, it's free, and if you don't like it, throw it away. Did you watch Big Bang Theory? I've never seen Big Bang Theory, but someone told me that Young Sheldon has the same writers, or maybe that it was like a sequel or something. I don't know the details, but I really like this show. Anyways, can I get a oh, hell, yeah from everybody in the chat so I can shout you guys out? If you tuned in late, don't worry. You can catch the repeat of this podcast. It comes out on Sunday on iTunes, on Podbean, on Spotify, on Podcast app, on YouTube, everywhere where podcasts can be found. If you want to tune in and watch this podcast live, we do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Tune in, watch it live. It's always more fun live. I want to shout out iBookBoy for donating $10. If anyone else donated, I'm not able to see it because my alerts are broken. Streamlabs is broken today. So I save the thank yous until the end, but I don't know who to thank because my stupid ass app is broken. If you did donate, thank you. If you can't donate, that's okay. Tell a friend about the podcast. Also, Christmas is coming up, and I have a wish list on Amazon. You guys can find that. You don't have to. It's just some fun thing. Look, bitches on OnlyFans do it. Why can't I? Why can't I do it? I take off my shirt every fucking day on stream. Damn it. I got a wish list. You guys can check it out on Amazon. You can buy me a gift. I have all my gifts that I like on there. Most of them are only about $10. You don't have to. There's no pressure. The only pressure, bitch, the pressure is that you should tell a friend about the podcast. Now let me scroll up and see who said hell yeah. OG Grizzly, Toad, Bro, Paul Miranda, Get Booped, D, Tricks, Paul Miranda, Love My Toe. Hell yeah, children. Hello, children. Late, Bloomer, iBookBoy, Toad, Paul, Grizzly, B, motherfucking squared, Kurt, Smooth. I appreciate you guys all for being here. I hope everyone has a great weekend. The podcast is over, but the stream is not over, so don't go anywhere. As far as the real podcast, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. As I always say, don't drink too much and don't drink too little. When the person at the bar starts, it's time to go.